having just the most amazing day ever. I'm here in my car and I wanted to film a video for y'all, and I wanted to talk today about the subject of joy. So joy is something that I think a lot of people talk about, but for good reason, and I think joy is something that we should all really be striving for and really be focusing on during this time that's really hard, and just we all need some joy right now, but sometimes it's really hard for us to find this joy. And in Nehemiah 8 and verse 10, it says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." And we all know that we can't do anything without strength. So if the joy of the Lord is our strength, then that means that we need this joy in order to have strength. So obviously joy is really important, and this joy, the true joy, only comes from Jesus and from God and salvation and all the things that He's done for us. In John chapter 15 and verse 11, it says, "These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full." So Jesus speaks words of truth and words of life so that we can have joy in us. And it's not just a little bit of joy, but it's so that our joy can be full. I mean, it's a big deal. Jesus wants us to have full joy. And when we don't have joy, it causes a lot of pain and a lot of hardship to ourselves and to people around us. In Proverbs 17 and verse 22, it says, "A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." So when we have joy, it's our strength, as Nehemiah says in Nehemiah 8 and verse 10. But if we don't have joy, it dries up our bones, and we're not able to encourage other people like we can when we have a joyful heart that's like good medicine. So I just wanted to come on here really fast and share 4 ways that we can have joy in our lives. The first way is something that I personally love doing, and that's making a list of our blessings. My great-grandmother, who passed a few years ago, her favorite hymn was "Count Your Blessings," and so we sing that song fairly frequently so that we can remember her and remember the good example that she was. But really, that song has such an amazing message for us to literally count our blessings. So every morning I make a list of the things that I'm thankful for, and this just produces so much joy because you realize all the good things that the Lord has done. You know, the joy of the Lord is our strength. It comes from the Lord. Jesus spoke those things so that our joy may be full and that His joy can be in us. So when we take time to reflect on the things that He's given us, then that's when we can have true joy. The second way is to smile. It's amazing how happy you can feel if you just choose to smile. If you choose to smile at strangers and they smile at you back, like, that's just one of the most amazing feelings ever. And it's actually a scientific fact that if you smile, you're gonna be happier. So the more you smile, the happier you're gonna be. And I just will mention here really fast, happiness and joy aren't always the same thing. Joy is not circumstantial, where happiness usually is, but joy is seen in other people. It's seen in us by our happiness and by our smile. So the second way that you can have joy in your life is to smile more often. The third way is to do something good for someone else. And this could be something that you just do randomly, or it could be something that you do on a recurring basis, whether it's having a blog or posting encouraging things on social media. Those things are doing good for other people, and that's something that you can keep up with and constantly be doing and be pouring into others. And when we take time to pour into the lives of others and separate from our own self and our own problems, then it's so much easier for us to have joy because we see the good that the Lord is doing through us in the lives of other people, and we see how important it is to encourage other people. So the third thing is to do something good. And the fourth thing is to sing worship songs or listen to Christian music. And I'll tell you right here, I have a couple playlists on my Spotify. If you have Spotify, you can search my name, S Gentry 111, and I have several public playlists on there that you can go and listen to. But I love listening to worship music and Christian music as well. It puts me in such a good mood, and there's nothing like listening to a worship song and just singing along and really being able to praise. It puts you in the right kind of mindset that you need to be in to have a good day and to have joy. So I hope these are a few practical things that help you to choose joy, and ultimately it's about choosing joy. We can be joyful when we choose to be, when we wake up and we make a conscientious effort. Okay, no matter what happens in my day, no matter what's going on in my life, I'm going to choose to be joyful. And again, joy is not circumstantial. Joy does not rely on what's happening in our lives. Paul said in the book of Philippians to rejoice always, and he would have commanded us that if we couldn't have joy in every circumstance. He talks about learning the lesson of being content in all circumstances. He was able to choose joy no matter what was going on in his life. So joy is not circumstantial. So whatever you have going on in your life right now, with the coronavirus, with maybe not being able to work, maybe being disappointed about the things that have been canceled and things that have happened because of this virus, maybe you have other family or relational things going on, whatever's going on in your life, you may not feel happy about it, but you can choose joy in the Lord. You can take strength by having the joy that's in the Lord. You can take the promises that Jesus has told us and let his joy be full in you, and let those words put his joy in you no matter what you have going on. So I hope this video encouraged you, and I hope you all have the most amazing day. You can follow me on social media anywhere. It's s.e.gentry, or you can follow project_virtue on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the works. So I hope y'all have the most amazing day, and thank you for watching.